I like to think about the origins of the phrases we use in English. Imagine you're a foreigner and someone says, "Go on, spill the beans." Here's a few idioms we use without thinking about them. Bite the bullet. Here's an actual example from the Cambridge Dictionary of how this might be used today. I decided I had to bite the bullet and take a couple of math classes, even though I knew they were hard. But really, biting the bullet meant, no, it's not algebra for you, son. You're going into surgery. It's the 1860s, so instead of a nice oxygen mask and a cute little countdown, you'll calmly bite on a bullet while they saw something off. I imagine after a few minutes of that, the dentist will be on his way to see you as well. Let the cat out of the bag. Don't let the cat out of the bag. This is one a butcher told me about. Really, you should let the cat out of the bag before you leave the butcher. He said a rabbit and a cat will look exactly alike when skinned except for a few signs. Hence, you could fool someone hoping to make rabbit stew by skinning a couple cats. Ooh, skin the cat, there's another one. Anyhow, you get home to the wife and kids, and instead of letting a delicious rabbit or piglet out of the bag, you let a cat out of the bag to show them just how badly Papa's been scammed at the slaughterhouse. The whole 9 yards. You ever hear that and think, but isn't it 10 yards to a first down? Well, this one's not football related, folks. It's war related, machine gun related. Another gruesome one. Go on, boy. Mow the lot of them down. Give it your all, chap. Feed the gun the whole 9 yards of bullets. Raining cats and dogs. Isn't that a cute one? Wow, it's raining cats and dogs outside. Sorry, not cute. I quote Jonathan Swift's famous poem, City Shower. Drowned puppies, stinking sprats, all drenched in mud, dead cats and turnip tops come tumbling down the flood. It's raining so hard, dogs and cats are now washing up in the gutters. And Saved by the Bell. Gee, I'm sure glad I was saved by the bell. Well, this might be related to boxing, but it also could be related to a device they put in coffins only a few hundred years ago, mind you, where should you just happen to be buried alive, naturally after your funeral and after your many days of exhibiting no pulse or breathing, should you just happen to be buried alive, instead of frantically clawing on the back of your coffin without any dignity, you could simply pull on a little string connected to a small bell 6 feet above. Caution: upon waking in a coffin to total darkness you previously hadn't been able to conceive, remember not to pull too hard and break the string. Remain calm. Ring daintily. A nearby gardener, whistling while trimming the flowers on a surrounding tombstone, will hear your patient plea and dig you up again. You'll be back at the pub in a few hours, saved by the bell. Whew! So you see, most of these expressions come from gruesome, if not downright morbid backgrounds, but I think that gives our language its special grit, don't you? Today, anyhow, I want to talk about a proverb, not an idiom. Proverbs are supposedly rooted in folk wisdom rather than sentences that no longer make literal sense. So sure, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. This makes sense to me, but I still have no idea why I can't put all my eggs in one basket. I'm not going to the coop with two baskets. Can we just save some time here and make the proverb, "Don't drop the basket"? The proverb I want to dissect is, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It generally means something like, when your uncle gifts you a snow globe from a city you've never visited, don't remind yourself that he shares only 25% of your DNA. Just pretend to be thrilled, hug him, and say thanks. Don't look the gift horse in the mouth. You may, however, throw the gift horse straight in the garbage. You probably don't hear many people saying that anymore. The horses have all disappeared. But when driving meant riding on a horse and not turning the ignition, there was horse wisdom. And one piece of wisdom was that you could tell how healthy a horse was by looking at its teeth. So imagine how this phrase originates. Your neighbor comes bearing the gift of horses, but you're not supposed to check if they're healthy. The nerve of these people, bringing you horses that are soon your problem. Honey, old Shadow's looking pretty weak, and I don't have the nerve to put him out of his misery. What'd you say I bring him round to the Campbells? I think that daughter of theirs had a birthday last week. Get real. If my neighbor comes with marmalade, I'm checking for mold. If he comes with a horse, I'm going straight for the mouth. Well, as a pianist, I personally am not sticking my hands into a horse's mouth, but if Farmer Joe, who previously has brought me no gifts, suddenly shows up with a cheeky grin and a horse with a bow on its head that appears to be tied just so that it's clamping the horse's jaws shut, I'm going to make sure an equine dentist is on staff. Oh, hey, Farmer Joe, to what do I owe this pleasure? I see you've brought your horse. Is he looking a bit Is he all right? What's that? You want me to have a horse? For me? Farmer Joe. Wow. I suppose I don't really ride I shouldn't ride him? Oh. Well, I suppose I better get some hay anyhow. Oh, he's not eating much. I see. Well, is he perhaps... Should I look into his... No? Honestly, you're looking a little tense, Farmer Joe. Look, if you just prefer I pay the knacker and we forget this whole thing, I'll pretend you wouldn't let me look your gift horse in the mouth. You know, Farmer Joe, I'm starting to think you've invented a pointless proverb because you're out of bullets and your shovel's broken. Always look a gift horse in the mouth. That's what I say. A friend bearing gifts requiring medical attention is a terrible friend. How's that for a proverb? You know who didn't look a gift horse in the mouth? The Trojans.
Sein.